Hi everyone. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at bearings. This will help us when we are working in our trig unit. So we're going to look at something called a true bearing. So these are angles that are measured clockwise from the north and expressed as a 3-digit number. And they often have a T at the end for true bearing. Okay, so this first example here, so from north, so each quadrant is 90 degrees, okay? So if this is 90 and this angle here, it looks like it's exactly between south and east. So that makes this segment 45 degrees and this segment 45 degrees. So the true bearing from north to this vector line here is 90 plus the 45. And if I add that up, we get 135 degrees true. Okay, so that's the bearing on this vector. All right, let's try the next one. So determine the true bearing here. Okay, so from north to this vector, so again, this little segment is 90, and then we have to figure out, so this quadrant is also 90, so 90 degrees minus 63 degrees will give us that little segment in here. We'll call that theta. So 90 degrees minus 63 degrees is equal to 27 degrees. So the entire angle is 90 plus 27. And that total is, we can call that beta if you want. You can give it another letter. So that angle is 117 degrees true, okay? So from here to here, you can give that another variable. You can call it beta. All right, the next example, we have to go all the way around here. So we have a 90, 90, 90, and then 45. So 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 45. So we'll call that theta or whatever you want to call it. So that's 315 degrees true. All right, the next one we're going to look at is something called a compass bearing. So these have either north or south first, then your degree, followed by east or west. Okay, so this is in the quadrant that has a south and a west. So we always figure out from south first. So if this is 90 degrees and this segment is 40, 90 take away 40 is 50. So this little segment here is 50 degrees. So we're going to say this bearing is south, 50 degrees west. All right, let's look at another similar question here. Okay, so again, this is 90. 90 degrees minus 38 degrees is equal to 52 degrees. So again, that's south, that's west. You can use whatever acronym helps you remember your directions on your compass. So never enter stinky washrooms, never eat shredded wheat, never eat sour watermelons, whatever helps you remember the order of your compass. So we have a south, this was the 52 degrees, and it's closer to west than east. So we write south, 52 degrees west, and we put that in a square bracket. All right, over here, we're in this quadrant. So we are between the north and the west. So from north, this segment is 25. So we're gonna use the angle that's closest to the north. And in the other examples, we were using the angle that's closest to the south. So we write this as north, 25 degrees west. Okay? And that's it.